Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Yorkshire Media One. I am Mark, your host, your presenter, whatever you want me to be. Yes, I am cheaper and better than the BBC. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, today here on Yorkshire Media One, it's Sunday, so we like to do a bit of Sunday talk. And when we talk about random things on Sunday talk. So is our freedom of speech or expression being curtailed on social media? I think so. On some social media we are. I know on YouTube, you got your guidelines and you're not supposed to break them, and you can't mention certain subjects. So that is freedom of speech and freedom of expression being curtailed, basically, in my opinion. Yeah, on some social media, they do cut down your freedom of speech and things like that. But more interestingly, we have a general election coming up in 2024, and we do have a general election coming up, and people are getting carried away with themselves, may I say, oh, we're going to have a Labour government. Well, do you honestly think, would you honestly want a Labour government with Keir Starmer? Because let's face about it, Keir Starmer himself is a disaster. He sits on the fence, and let's not forget, when he were working for CCP and that, Crown Prosecutions, CPS, Crown Prosecution Service, where Keir Starmer said Jimmy Savile didn't have a case to answer. He refused to prosecute Jimmy Savile. So, do you want a Prime Minister like that, And also, he sits on the fence as well, and he changes his mind all the time. He flip-flops left, right and centre. And that, to me, he's not a very good making of a Prime Minister, in my opinion. And that's because Keir Starmer, you don't know which way he's going to go and things like that. So, unfortunately, if Labour became the government, I think it would be a disaster for this country. And let's think back what Labour did when they were in power last time under Tony Blair and Gordon Brown. They spent all the money with the boom and bust policies and things like that. So, and don't forget, Keir Starmer will say anything to get into power. He will promise you anything just to get into power and things like that. And these promises he cannot keep, and that, there will be loss on you and things like that. So don't let them cheapen your vote. And stick to your guns. If you're not going to vote for Labour or Conservative, then vote for a party who you think. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't vote for anybody in Houses of Parliament. I especially wouldn't vote for the Conservatives. I wouldn't vote for Labour, and I definitely wouldn't vote for Liberal Democrats or the Green Party or anything like that. I just wouldn't do it. At the end of the day, I mean, look where we are with all these green policies and things like that. And if the Green Party, well, they won't, but if they ever got into power, it would be a lot worse than what we are seeing now. I mean, if I was Labour leader myself, I'd be saying, well, look, I'd be cutting the green policies for definite. I stop onshore and offshore wind farms. I'd take them down. I'd collapse them completely. And I would reinstate brand new power stations, coal shop power stations. That's what I would do. And yes, I would keep on deep sea drilling for oil and keep fracking for gas. The United Kingdom, Great Britain, as I know it, needs to be independent away from our European partners. We need to be away from there and things like that. We need to be more independent, and we need to think about the common market and get business deals within that common market as well. Because that's what we're in now. We're on the common market. We've got to do that. We're not with EU anymore. Forget about that. That is rubbish. I mean, and we don't want to go back. I mean, this is another thing what Keir Starmer is on about. Oh yeah, I'll take us back into Europe without a referendum. You can't do that. It's an impossibility. He must have a referendum. He needs people's votes to do this. And if he does it without that, well, it will be classed as illegal. we have a thing called freedom of choice or and things like that. But he would take that away, would Keir Starmer. He'd take all our freedom away and introduce 15-minute C40 cities and things like that. And that's what he would do. Yeah, and stuff like that. He would completely restrict our movement. Now, someone said to me not so long ago, you're always bashing EVs. No. I'm bashing them for a reason, and for a very good reason. There is another well-known product car maker who has stopped production of EVs, and that's Ford. You know what I mean? So if I'm bashing them, well, there you go. Now, I'm just informing you what's going on and things like that. But someone says to me, he said, "Can really? It is our future. It is going to work." Well, no, it's not going to work. It's an impossibility. I mean, the whole infrastructure of chargers in the UK is not enough. And people say, "Oh yeah, well, there's thousands." Yes, there is. There is a hell of a lot. And let me paint you a little picture of of where they are in the country, basically. So most of the chargers are down London because there's a lot more EVs in London than there is anywhere else. So there's a good 90% down in London, and then the rest of them are spread out over Yorkshire and up into Scotland and things like that, and even in Wales, you know. And around here where I live, in West Yorkshire, and I'm talking about my hometown, Wakefield, in West Yorkshire. Where I'm sat now, there is only one. There's two at Asda. There's one down on Industrial Estate, so that's 3. Then there's one at Ruddy Duck, what we call the pub Ruddy Duck. Well, I think there's 2 there, so that's 5. And then I think they're spread out. When they are spread out, and most of these chargers, what are in around Wakefield, there's a couple what's not working because they're not maintained properly. And this is the problem with the United Kingdom, Great Britain, UK charging infrastructure. Yes, there's chargers around, but they're not working. Because they're not maintained properly or anything like that. That is the main problem for EV ownership and to go independent with an EV. There's not enough chargers really, and people say, "Oh, well, you can do long distance." Yes, you can, but you've got to wait for your EV to fill up, and there's no canopy, so you're going to get wet because electric and water mixers done it. No, things like that. So no, EVs, it's not our immediate future. Let me just say, it might be further down the line, but at this moment in time, no, it's not. There's not enough money being invested into it, and plus like that, and also plus if everyone did go EV and started charging the cars up all at once, we'd have blackouts. The national grid won't be able to cope with it and things like that. I've been told this by someone who works at National Grid, and he says, "No, our national structure for electricity and how we get it at the moment in this country, there's not enough. It's not good enough. We need to be better." So the national grid, it said, has to be renewed, basically. It's not good enough as it is, and that, and things like that. And then someone said, well, EVs are not that heavy. Well, I can quite assure you, EVs are heavier than the petrol or diesel counterparts. Yes, they are, and that's how come, your road surfaces is going to get more and more rutted and things like that. I mean, let's think about it. Road maintenance in the United Kingdom is absolute rubbish, isn't it? It's absolute rubbish and crap. But yes, EVs are heavier than the petrol or diesel counterparts. I don't think it's not by much, but they are heavier, and things like that. And let's face it. Do you really want an electric vehicle? Because I wouldn't. You can get trapped inside. If that 12-volt battery goes flat for some reason, you're locked in your car basically. And if you go watch a channel what I watch, go watch the MacMaster, and he had to get AA out for his car, and he had to get, I think it was his, I don't know if it's his girlfriend, or he had to get someone to come out, put the spare key in the lock, and get him out of the car. He was beginning to have an anxiety attack and things like that. But to balance it out, so you go see the MacMaster. He has an electric car. He tells you the truth about the ownership of his car. So go see him, because he says it's not our immediate future and things like that. He is slightly changing his mind. But to balance that out, if you go watch Electric Vehicle Man, EVM, Paul from Skipton, go see him. If you like everything EV, he's your man, because he's an EV evangelist. He's even got an electric pump on his house. Complete idiot, like, but there you go. But that's what he's done himself. So just go over to him and go watch him. So that's EVM, Electric Vehicle Man, and go watch MacMaster. Yeah, as well, because he tells the truth about electric vehicles and the complete truth. And I think he's just completed a challenge as well. So go over and see that if you want. Send them some love. Also, while you're at it, while you're going to other people's YouTube channels, go to Gen V72 YouTube channel. Go see her channel. Yeah, that's my girlfriend. Everyone knows that. So go see her. So go over to Gen V72. Go watch her DVD, her videos, and send her some love and that, and subscribe if you like it and things like that. And don't forget to like and share her videos as well, like you do with me. So there you go. So our immediate future is not going to be all electric. At this moment in time, 2030 is being kicked down to 2035. But if Labour gets in, he'll bring that, according to Keir Starmer, he'd bring the 2030 deadline back, which would be, yes, a disaster in my opinion. Yeah, it would be a complete disaster. Having a whole Labour government will be a complete disaster. So there you go. So EVs, now there's not enough charging infrastructure or all like that. And when we do get the charging, they need to keep maintaining it properly. And this is what these companies don't. I mean, you've got to have umpteen apps just to charge your car up, and it does cost a lot of money at these apps. In fact, according to the MacMaster, it costs more for him to charge his car than it would to fill up a diesel car. So go figure it. There's no savings there at all. The old government thing lied about it. It's a government scam basically, and it is a quick rich scheme. Like Sadiq Khan's ULEZ, that's a quick rich scheme as well. Everything about it is a quick rich scheme. But definitely on the EV side, people have been ripped right off. You know what I mean? And that, because when you look into it, the people who've got them is businessmen. It's all businesses and things like that. There's no private sales of an EV. You know what I mean? And if there is, it's very far and few between, because they're so expensive. And that's the problem. The government, yes, they subsidised it, and they used to give you £5,000 towards one, but even that was not enough, really. You know what I mean? Especially when you get like a Nissan Leaf, what were like, 20. I think they were about 23,000, and then you got the Renault Zoe, which were 27,000. Now you've got cars up near to 90 and £100,000, which I don't think is very much worth it in my opinion. So these electric cars are really very much deliberately overpriced and things like that. Because it's not transport for the masses, it's transport for the rich, and that's what this is what the government are trying to do. They're trying to stop everyone from driving, apart from the people who can afford it, and that's the rich. And that's where the pound per mile will come in eventually, and the rich will have to pay £1 per mile. So if you want to go down to London, which is from Wakefield 199 miles, you'd have to pay £199. It's ridiculous. And things like that. So it's not value for money. And that's why I say the government, it's scam. It's basically a government scam, and they have scammed all UK citizens and things like that. And I think I think it's very nasty to what they've done. And if you look at it now, we're in a mess. We really are. And I couldn't trust Labour to get us out of this mess. You know what I mean? We need someone who's going to rule the country with an iron fist, a bit like Maggie Thatcher when she was in power. And by the way, Maggie Thatcher is the last true Conservatives to be in control. This, what you see from Conservatives now, it's not a true Conservatives policies and things like that. It's not true Conservative. And Labour's not really true now at this moment in time. They're not for the working man at all, they're for rich, because Keir Starmer's rich and things like that. Keir Starmer, people up here, I know who he is, but there's a lot of people up here or in Lancashire that don't know who he is. He doesn't translate very well across the country, so I can't really see him being in power, and especially when he's failed to prosecute Jimmy Savile when he should have done. Yes, and he should have done that, but he didn't. So there you go. So that's a couple of subjects what I've gone into, and I think I've answered most people's quandaries or whatever, especially over the charging infrastructure, which is not good enough. It's way below par. I think we could have. I think the government could have done better. But in my mind, I want the government to pull the subsidy away. I want them to stop the subsidy to the electric vehicles, because I know that it'll just collapse. It'll fall within it. While ever the government are backing them, they'll just keep, being propped up basically. You know what I mean? A petrol and a diesel car don't need to be propped up because they can sell. And that's it. At the end of the day, and that's why Ford have stopped production of EVs in this country. So there you go. It is what it is, and yes, I'm quite happy about that. I'm very happy about it. I mean, because we've got enough fossil fuel to last us until we die, and that's everybody in the country. It'll last more than your lifetime. You know what I mean? So yes, keep deep sea drilling, keep fracking, and keep exploring for new minerals and things like that. And maybe one day they'll come across a fuel what will be better than having an electric vehicle, i.e. a milk float and things like that. Will eventually come. But is it going to be hydrogen? Will the hydrogen engine really make that much difference? I think it will in the beginning. And again, as long as the cars are not overpriced with that engine in it, that'll be fine. Now, if I can remember rightly, an article, Toyota says they could take their hydrogen engine and put it into existing cars. In other words, when they're making cars now, petrol and diesel cars, they could slip in an hydrogen engine. So if that is the case that they can do that, oh well and good. I know they've got to keep on testing it and things like that, but I mean, would it save you money? They say it will, and BMW says it will, so let's see. Right then, so if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please like the video, please subscribe if you're new, hit the bell icon, hit all that will let you know when I'm uploading another video. Please come back from time to time to make sure that you still subscribe to me. The YouTube algorithm has a nasty habit of unsubscribing people, but please come back from time to time just to make sure that you still are subscribed. Also share the video to your friends and your family and to other social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter X, and also Twitch, and use the comment section below. I do welcome all comments, so please comment, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now. Catch you all later. Bye.